All right, as promised, another question from Kathy. She said here, you may have already answered this, but what happens if more than 200 kids show up to your party? That's the number of shoeboxes we got this year. And so what happens if more than 200 kids show up? Oh, thankfully we didn't have that problem. This is awesome chaos of coloring adventures. Are you having fun coloring? See? Thankfully we did not have that problem. If it happened, we would potentially have to turn kids away. Yeah, there's not a really great answer. So you always try to invite slightly less than the boxes you have. It's also an issue of if we have 150 girls show up and 50 boys, we obviously don't have the boxes for that. So we have to be very conscientious to make sure that we don't have more kids than shoeboxes. At our event, we don't let kids in unless we know that we have a shoebox to give them. So that's why we put wristbands on them. So I know, because I've counted and I have the wristbands counted out, if a kid has a wristband, I guarantee I have a box for them. So the simple answer is if more kids show up, then we have to tell them, I'm so sorry, there's no space. We're out of room, we've reached our capacity, and we always put on the invitations, space is limited, so come early. Hopefully that answers your question. I'm trying to think if there's any other churches that I know that have had that issue. I have seen churches that have had to turn kids away because they don't have boxes. But yeah, that's kind of the only option we have, unless the church is able to create an extra gift. But even then, you wouldn't have it that day to give the kid, and it just wouldn't be right to have a kid sit through the party and then not receive a gift. So hopefully I've made that clear. I feel like I'm rambling and talking in a circle on this one. But if more than 200 kids show up, we cannot allow them to come in because we don't have a gift for them. So that's slightly unfortunate. Thankfully, it's never happened to us. Hopefully that answers your question. I know it might sound kind of harsh, but it is the best way that we can make sure. It's better to not have them come in than to have them come in and hurt their feelings with not getting a box, if that makes sense. Yeah, that question wasn't as easy to answer, but hopefully I've explained that well.